Here we have it. The decision is near in the bottom left. The ESL champion of France, the eliminator of Spiral, it's SyDe. And the man playing in the yellow for Germany and Mouse Sports, paving the way for the XlorD meta in Asia, it's XlorD.
The future runner-up in the Meisterschafts. They're losing to me in finals, perhaps.
Dude, if you guys meet in the finals, I would be through the moon, man. This is gonna be so hype. Just for the pre and post match statements, that would be so awesome.
Hey, is the overlay wrong for
Why?
the players? Yeah, XlorD's going XlorD and SyDe is going Death Knights. I think the overlay crashed.
What? Okay.
The roles have been reversed.
Yeah.
SyDe apparently choosing to go Death Knight here, and XlorD is like, well, XlorD for me.
The double curveball. This is
Everything's
really
upside down.
Yeah, today nothing is normal. That's for sure. We live in the upside down on this wonderful Sunday. So XlorD has shown against Fly in the matchup versus Orc, of course, that he's able to play this also in the Meisterschaft, but usually moving away from it. Can you see a reason why against SyDe he wants to play it nonetheless?
Maybe he just has some confidence in his XlorD versus XlorD matchup, and I think XlorD is one of the best with XlorD. Like, make no mistake about it. Whether it's against Human or Undead Mirror, I think he's really good at it. That one loss against Hawk, it was just the one loss against somebody that played really good. So I don't think he has to go Death Knight. I think he's still a very, very strong here with the XlorDs. And he will know exactly how he needs to play as well. And you said, by the way, like, you're sad that the games are almost over and stuff. I'm so hyped for that bracket. Like, honestly, like that bracket reveal will be as good as watching any of these games, because I'm gonna start getting super hyped for the matchups that we're gonna have next week.
Absolutely. Well, and of course we have the Americas later tonight as well, so the Warcraft action doesn't stop yet. Thank God, we got competitive Warcraft, the best competitive Warcraft throughout the entire day. So these early movements are already quite interesting. XlorD not pulling the ghouls early was blocked a bit, so the movement towards the expansion is definitely delayed already. And SyDe waking up the creeps.
Yeah, he's trying to force some ensnare or maybe slows on some of these ghouls here. Not gonna happen. XlorD well experienced to make sure he avoids that. And of course he's going for expansion. Can the Death Knight land some important cores here? It's so weird to see SyDe play Death Knight, by the way, I gotta say. Like,
yeah. We know he plays everything except DK. Not the most successful DK player for sure! And what a wonderful vanilla surround here, forcing SyDe into a TP before he even touched the Ogre Magi. Okay, we were questioning XlorD's shape after the match against Hawk, especially game 3, but here, big opening.
Yeah, this is really bad for SyDe. Obviously, he had to TP out immediately. Of course, he can get a staff and get back there, but what are just the skeletons gonna achieve? I think he already has a Fiend there, so he's trying to fight the Beetles, and the ghouls are gonna be there a little bit, but there's so many units. There is Impel, by the way, so huge potential for a surround, which I don't expect XlorD to mess up. Like, we've seen some of these Impels and surrounds not working. He might even surround without Impel. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Disaster.
This derails really quickly. TP gone, Fiend gone, and almost no damage done. The Mercenary Camp pull wasn't the best either. He's killing an Acolyte now, but level 2 is still so far away. The Ziggurat gets cancelled though, and that's big. Nerup Tower delayed for a while.
We saw XlorD get a great comeback in one of his games as well in their previous series, but then he was the one with the Death Knight against XlorD's XlorD. Sorry, against SyDe's XlorD. Remember that game where SyDe got level 3?
Yeah.
Super early. But yeah, in this game, it's going to take something truly special for SyDe to be able to come back. Impel lands on both of the heroes, and the Dark Ranger gets... Actually, that's not a surround.
No, that looked like one, but it wasn't, and that's the lifesaver for SyDe. He's turning XlorD's and Happy's strategy against them, showing confidence in his micro as it's definitely necessary. Oh, speaking of which, Dark Ranger again baiting that surround, and XlorD focusing a lot on that second hero now, giving some freedom to DK and Fiends.
Dark Ranger in danger, trying to make it out of there.
We got a little Zidane over here.
Why is it headbutting stuff? That's the Acolytes.
That's level 2 skill then. Great movement by the Dark Ranger though.
XlorD has so much. He really wants to land one of these surrounds. The Fiend gets blocked. That's a surround, I think.
Oh, wait a second. Not yet. Saves himself to the high ground. It's still kind of boxed in here. And he finally gets it done. That took some time. That was some damage. Now it's the Dark Ranger's time to shine. Needs to focus fire. Needs to get the skeleton snowball. Doesn't though.
Yeah, even the ghoul escaped here behind this. And XlorD still looking for surrounds. Can he get the Dark Ranger? He's not stopping. He lands and that's going to be it. Dark Ranger falling here. And there hasn't been a single skeleton made from the Dark Ranger, I believe.
Yeah, right?
It's a disaster.
Absolutely. Maybe not the greatest skill with the Black Arrow. Another coil, almost complete mana depleted. And the Dark Ranger falls finally after 3 attempts. 3 times a charm. But yeah, not the ultimate of the Dark Ranger. She's benched now.
Players' forces are under
you know, in
attack.
StarCraft, when we observe, we have like a units lost tab. You can show exactly which units died this game. I think if we could see here, it's like Dark Ranger, 2 Fiends, like
It's
a lot of stuff died for SyDe, but not so much for XlorD so far. At least nothing relevant.
There's no Nerub Tower. He's diving into the base, killing a Fiend. What a bold move by XlorD. No, like, almost not respecting this undead base at all.
Oh, and he got another surround. All the Fiends are dying.
Wow. Unbelievable snowball. That's not even tier 2.
Can the first skeleton finally be achieved here from the Dark Ranger? Looks like it.
Nope.
It's being slowed. Maybe
It
the
is.
effect of Black Arrow expired. Yes, not even a skeleton for this.
Another coil. He has to wait like 30 seconds for the next one. This Fiend. Endangered for sure. Krypton has no mana anymore. So that's all the beetles. But he's threatening another surround. And that TP is gone. Oh my god. XlorD out of this world. Getting every single surround this game almost. And that's the kill again. Like, that is a double kill.
And look at XlorD's bang behind this. 1300. He made the graveyards at a very decent timing, so he's going to be able to start a Spirit Tower on his Expo to be extra safe. But I mean, what should he even be afraid of? He killed the entire army of his opponent already. And he's going into Fiends behind this. And we've seen him with Cryptlords know really well how to transition into Fiends and play close to perfection. During WGL as well, like even though he lost that one series against Fly, the one game that he won on Twisted Meadows, really able to get the maximum out of those impels and knowing when to attack, when to retreat. But in this game so far, it's been all attack and a lot of success already.
Yeah, that was big resiliency displayed by XlorD, which he probably won't need here, but SyDe, hope he took some lessons there. Upgrading the towers now on the way to tier 3, knowing he has nothing to work with, and he has to fight these annoying beetles. Well done, plugging the holes here, so the beetles can't enter. Good job by SyDe.
Players' forces are under attack.
XlorD on 46 supply, getting a Death Knight second to be able to heal his Cryptlord. Double mana potion, he's carrying on him. Just grabbing the starter house. And he's just gonna get a giant army very easily here, especially because I think he's gonna stay on 50 a little bit. Creep a pretty good amount. He gets some mana stealing. That's a lot of mana items on his Cryptlord.
Yeah, man, the anti-Mad Frog. We're screaming at the legend for not getting any potion, and XlorD does it right. And look at the vision he gets with these burrows. One near the tavern, one at the high ground. He got everything covered that SyDe is doing.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And he's creeping at the same time. Big items here for sure. Overmortal Falls, that's level 4. And XlorD rushing tier 3 as well. Going statues, going fiends, as you said. Expo is secured. What is the way back for SyDe?
He's already getting web.
Players'
XlorD.
forces are under attack.
Oh,
I guess he wants to make sure he's covered against destroyers. I don't think. I mean, he techs slightly later, but not the end of the world. But I guess you're gonna need that eventually, right? Because you're going Cryptlord, so you expect the opponent to go for destroyer. So I like it, to be honest.
If you can afford it, why not? That was a good reveal, taking out a couple of beetles by SyDe. Get the Book of the Dead now.
Town
There's
is
gonna
under
be
siege.
Dispel soon. The beetles might force a reaction. Does so with the ghoul. These armies are getting real close here, but we still don't have a level 3 DK. We still don't have a Dark Ranger. We still don't have a Lich. SyDe needs more time to get online, but the clock is ticking against him with the Expo up.
XlorD loves sieging buildings the way he's doing it with beetles in the main base. Like, it seems like no matter where you make your towers, there is always going to be like 1 or 2 buildings that are outside of range of those. And in this case, it's the crypt, it's the starter house. These schools were a little bit out of position for 1 second, so he just goes for that.
Yeah, I think the beetle burrow style fits him really well. Like, he can distract so much and he gets so much out of that time as well, as you can see here with the rat spot in the meantime. And just be an... Oh! Loses a fiend to creeps? That's almost unheard of.
A town is under siege. A player's
Where'd he get
forces
though?
are under
Oh
attack.
my, Catgus pipe!
Okay, then.
Yeah, exactly.
60 supply already for XlorD. He's grabbing the Lich thirds. Look, he's got +2 attack already.
Wow.
He really made good use of that bank of his. SyDe hasn't even started +1 yet. And there's already level 1 creature Carapace on the way as well for XlorD. So it's going to be 2-1 against 0-0 here in a bit.
He's so rich. He's
A
trying to
player's
use the
forces
skeletons
are under
now.
attack.
Second Necropolis by XlorD, interestingly. Playing a little bit of StarCraft and spreads the creep.
I guess he didn't have much woods. Even though he's had these 4 goals the whole time.
He invested a lot into stuff, so probably.
4 goals still mining more wood than Death Note's 25 peasants.
I don't know if they were on strike for Death Note, what happened there.
Lionhorn for SyDe down there. He's trying to make up for his deficit in, you know, gold and supply in general by just creeping a lot, power creeping very fast. The question is, will he expand or will he just stick to one base? He's staying on 50 for a while.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what he does. XlorD will know it, as he has once again the Scouting Beetle in the main, the Scouting Beetle at the expansion. And yeah, SyDe wants to power creep, but how do you out power creep? What is this, 7 fiends?
With +2 attack.
With +2 attack.
He's finally getting +1 himself, though. So that's nice. Maybe he's gonna sell something, uses a
Player's
dust,
forces
realize there
are
was a
under
beetle
attack.
here. Trying to creep that Lich now.
Yeah, he has to. Needs the big Novas against the fiends. Wonder if we see some Banshees here for anti-magic, but I don't think so far anyone has the gold for it.
I think, yeah, he will just get more fiends and more, like, destroyers. You see, he already has 3 statues.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna try to get to 70. Oh, he should sell the book. Sell the book while being on 50, you get full gold for it. He kept the Medallion of Courage, that's Strength and Intel, so that by 4, like both of them, so that's pretty good on the Death Knight, because you get additional hit points, a little bit of extra damage, and a bigger mana pool, which is very nice.
Almost an entire coil. I like to keep it as well. It's, I think, for Undead, the best stat red spot item you can get. Replenishment potion for the DK, Lich for XlorD, level 2 and a bit, and he's expanding now. Beetle immediately
Player's
attacking.
forces are under attack.
Can XlorD shut this down? Does he even have to shut this down?
Not really, but he might just be confident. He's got Skagdar, so if he fights, runs out of mana and TP's out, his mana regen is going to be highly superior to that of SyDe's. And SyDe just broke upkeep, so he's still missing a lot of units here.
Uh-oh.
Another statue is about to regen that location. He's already morphed the Destroyer. He
The heroes-
silences the Crypt Lord.
The heroes have to carry, but the Dark Range is pretty much a no factor except the silence, and yeah, indeed. No, oh, that Impale is big. These Impales will be big. Not even sure if there's reveal. Doesn't look like it. SyDe is losing so many fiends. Coils are flying to XlorD's unit. There's the burrow once more. Oh my, he's having a wonderful fight here.
Yeah, the Impels were big, and there's so much mana to work with for XlorD. He has a bunch of mana items. He had Kagdar's Pipe. The Lich is going to go down for SyDe, and that's going to be it for game number 1. XlorD goes up 1-0 here as the favorite.
How confident and how dominant was this map 1?
That was a crazy strong game. I mean, the surround on the DK started everything off, but everything else that followed as well. And normally it's the Crypt Lord kind of nowadays getting punished towards the mid-game, the early mid-game. But the fact that the DK didn't have level 2 and didn't have Aura, damn did XlorD exploit that like crazy.
Yeah, after the initial Impale Surround, I think that was not doable anymore for SyDe. He still tried, maybe with some item luck, maybe with some high-level heroes. You can find the timing, but XlorD shut everything down. These crazy movements in the middle where he threatened several surrounds in the end, getting a double kill for it. Yeah, crazy momentum from minute 4 on.
Yeah, I also liked his patience in the very early game. When he was going over to the expansion, seeing, oh, I feel like perhaps he's gonna let me get away with this, but no, the DK was there to harass. And XlorD was just like, alright, I guess then I wait until I have like 6 ghouls or 7 ghouls or whatever it was, and then I can safely take this expansion. And then, of course, SyDe messed up a little bit by getting himself surrounded. But XlorD, solid man, all the way through, super strong.
All right, we're waiting for the next game to be hosted. That would then be Concealed Hill and XlorD's pick.
And that should almost certainly mean no CryptLord, right? Very hard CryptLord map. Earlier, when SyDe was against the ropes in the group against Spiral, here he pulled out his signature hero, Dreadlord. Is that any kind of option nowadays in Undead Mirror?
I think if XlorD, like, obviously, it has to cross your mind, the possibility of that, so you just scout for it. And I think if XlorD plays aggressive against the Dreadlord while he's creeping the Expo, he's going to dismantle it completely. On paper, right? I mean, you're supposed to, but obviously, surrounds can happen quickly, and they can change those games very fast as well. SyDe was obviously going to play Death Knight, probably thinking that it was also going to be a Death Knight from XlorD, so maybe he's confident enough to just play standard here in Mirror on Concealed Hill.
All right, so far the stats between them were 1-1 in series. One of them was a best of 1, so take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, I'm curious about this as well. Just fan service, Dreadlord, try with a lot of surrounds. We'll see about that on Concealed Hill. All right, then. Will he be the only German in the round of 8, as probably many people expected? We'll see after this map. It's XlorD. And will the most powerful beard of the entire scene share the fate of Krav? We'll see about that. It's SyDe.
You definitely couldn't say that about XlorD.
No. He's trying though.
The prepubescent mustache.
Well, doesn't prevent him from playing amazing Warcraft, and his style, he was always different, and he rocks that, so won't complain about that. Not as bad as Hitman's haircut, so. Anyway, we got SyDe again with a DK opening.
Yeah, and XlorD again with the Crypt Lords.
Wow.
He completely flipped the script this series. And I mean, he looks so good with surrounds. Why not try again? You can scout, you can adapt to how quickly your opponent's going to want to harass. If he comes to you, you creep small camps. If he's not coming to you at all, then you just expand pretty fast. Then again, on this map, I don't think you necessarily want to expand too fast, because the creeps are pretty tough. By the time you get close, you're going to take a lot of damage. So I think you can just open with some small and safe camps here if you're XlorD. Maybe even get level 2 quickly so that you have Impel and a lot of initiative when you then go for the expansion. I really don't think it's ever going to be one base with the Crypt Lord here.
No, that sounds impossible. Maybe you can go for the orange and then for the green, then you have level 2 and you're pretty safe. That does take some time, and it's also very predictable. Like, if the Acolyte sees that movement, he will know exactly what's up. He can use his DK to maybe coil something, but okay, is this just for the beetles and he still goes for the orange, or is it something different? It is something different.
Town is under
This is
siege.
not as obvious. And what can the DK do?
Yeah, I think the Death Knight is just there to coil whatever units are gonna go low, so we can steal the experience away and the gold from that. But the ghouls moving across the map, what is this for exactly? Do you want to do the Murloc camp?
Are under attack.
It's like, this reminds me of Human Against Orc, you know, for the longest time it was a lot about you were being harassed in one place by the Blade Master, so you need to be creeping in 2 places to make sure that you can power level your hero, ideally an Archmage to 3. Wait, oh, he's just gonna hit the main. He was planning for this all along, so the ghouls are gonna sneak from the right side. And look at this, the Nerubian Tower is a little bit late here. SyDe already teched. So whatever Acolyte he loses here, it's gonna be a disaster for him, because he can't replace that for an extremely long time. And now the beetles come in.
And there's a graveyard. There's corpses. He can revive these beetles all over the place. Oh my god.
Under attack.
A beetle rush on level 1. No way.
And the Fiend got surrounded by 2 units. A beetle and the big beetle, the Crypt Lord.
This reminds me of the very early XlorD days when a lot of players tried to rush, but it definitely fell out of meta, but Acolytes are falling. That's one. He has to cancel the tech. It's another disaster.
Yeah, SyDe's trying to sneak a Ziggurat on the right side so as to not have it get cancelled, but he's getting swarmed right now. This is like not undead, this is like a Zerg.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
many units in there.
XlorD, of course, also a little bit of a StarCraft history. This Fiend is so hurt. That's almost all coils. Oh, that is all coils. Ghouls are chasing. Should be fine. Still 4 more summons ready for this Crypt Lord.
SyDe is barely mining on his single Acolyte on that gold mine right now.
Oh my.
And XlorD even has an Acolyte himself here, attacking the shop for a while.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep going for these Acolytes.
And the ghouls for SyDe are falling as well, so at the moment he has the lumber for the tech, but that's about it. And this is so expensive. That's level
Town is
2.
under siege.
Wow, the dominance by XlorD. Just after the loss against Hawk, I think he wants to prove himself here.
And he saw the epic games in the previous series. He's like, no, 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 I don't want none of that. Just a clean and safe win for me. Still doing damage with this. He's creeping with just the ghouls in the meantime. He's gonna get level 3 so fast this game, like...
There's almost no mining going on. You don't need an expansion if your opponent isn't mining. I've not seen this in such a long time.
Poor SyDe is living through a great recession here.
Absolutely.
Times are rough.
That
Still just the 2 Acolytes on the gold mine.
that is a game like you really want to uninstall Warcraft after a game like this.
Yeah, most of my games against Undead already caused that effect.
A player's forces are under attack.
XlorD buys boots, chases this one Fiend. He's so close to level 3 now. He could easily creep the orange here next to his base on the right. Get Beetles level 2, and this siege will never end. This is like the great siege of Conceal Hill. It's gonna keep happening. He's gonna say to SyDe, you can never tech basically, because you're gonna lose Acolytes and you're gonna die.
Yeah, this poor soul. He's creeping on the upper right.
I think he's looking for critters. Look, he finds a frog. Join my army.
Level 3, waiting for it.
A player's forces are under attack.
And go. Can't catch a break.
And he's tier 2 already. So, oh my god. He started Death Knights and tech to tier 3. And I think SyDe's about to recancel his tech here. I don't think disaster is a strong enough word to even describe what's happening here.
This is Armageddon for SyDe.
A town is under siege.
Those beetles, they just don't die. They're just in there being attacked, but they can even burrow. And this is one of those times where you actually shoot dust here. Just to get them out of the way. Don't let them replenish and come back and keep fighting you.
Isn't the locust swarm one sign of the apocalypse or something? This is what SyDe must feel like right now. Like, game 1 was rough. But this is...
I'm in a bit of disbelief, to be honest, at how
Yeah.
one-sided this has been. Like,
Yeah.
we know SyDe wasn't feeling too well yesterday, but this is... He can't do anything. He's on 18 supplies, using Acolytes. His tech is only halfway through done. On the other side, we already got a Death Knight picking up the item that the ghouls... They have crept something. XlorD is just... He's not gonna lose this game, guys.
No.
Spoiler alerts.
No, no, no.
XlorD is in the top 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might have to wait a few minutes more for the GG, but... I just don't see a way for SyDe to come back. Yeah, 16 supply to 36 now.
Little bit unfortunate day for France, as would love to have one of these guys. Yeah, there we go. One of these guys in the top 8, but XlorD